I still remember when I had my oral or the expose part, I was panicking so much. If your DELF B1 exam is coming right up soon, you're at the correct place. Hi guys, my name is Charvi and this video is gonna be all about me sharing my experience of passing the DELF B1 exam. So I'm from Delhi, India. I started studying French language in the year 2021. It was a very new language for me, though I did have it during my school days, but I ended up just leaving that language and went ahead with Hindi since we had a choice later on. So now that it has been a couple of years that I've been learning this language, I believe that I can share some of my experiences. So if anybody is just new here and have no idea what is DELF, I would just maybe explain you a little bit. So DELF basically has 4 parts exam for your proficiency in the French language. Same exam we have in English, which is IELTS. It basically tells the proficiency and the proper certificate that you have for the specific language. So we have 4 categories in the DELF exam. The first one is the listening part, so you have to listen to some audio and answer some questions. Next one, you have the reading part. You have to just read a passage and then answer some questions in French. You have the oral part or the speaking part. You have to make a conversation with a different person who will be taking your exam, a teacher specifically. The last one would be the written part. You basically have to write a paragraph or an essay, depends on the level of exam. So each of these parts are for 25 marks, and so it comes up to 100. So you have to basically score 50 out of 100 to pass this exam. If I talk about my scores, how much I scored and why I can help you with this is my score. I practiced really well for this exam, so I believe I can maybe help you with this in future, and I really hope that you could score better than me as well. So the question comes up to why I wanted to give this exam. So my reason for giving this exam, if I give it, it is valid for lifetime. I can use it in my future job. These days, if you look up, I'm not sure if you look up to the LinkedIn and Naukri profiles, a lot of job in the French language domain, also for the other languages like Spanish, Japanese and so on. But yes, I specifically know about French because I do the research on that. So you have a couple of options for that, but they also require the certification, that is the DELF examination. Talking about what actually happens on the day of this scary DELF exam. If I talk about my experience, we had 4 parts like I mentioned. The very first part that we all had to give was the speaking part, that is also called production orale. We basically have to go to the library. I went to Alliance Francaise de Delhi like I mentioned. So we went to the library. We were given a couple of topics. I had to choose one of them. They gave me, I think, 10 minutes approximately. I had to write down the format of my expose and everything. Though 10 minutes passed really quick. I had no idea how come it just ended. I was not even prepared for my expose. I could not really write a lot of points. So after that, whenever you prepared your part, you go to the specific room that you are assigned to. You have to speak about, there are 3 total parts in the production orale. First one was just an introduction part. Comment ça va? This is actually A1, A2 though, but yeah, a very basic one, that how was your day? What do you do? I remember the teacher asking me about my hobbies, about what I do, why I chose this language. So basic couple of questions like that. The next part was jeu de rôle. Jeu de rôle is basically interact with the teacher on a topic that you get spontaneously on that part. Make a conversation randomly with the teacher. I think this is the most spontaneous part that we get right there. Honestly, the topics are not that difficult, I would say, in jeu de rôle, but I think it's the performance pressure and the confidence that we lack due to why we lose marks. My topic of jeu de rôle, as far as I remember, it was télétravail, that is work from home. So it was a really easy topic. We basically had to give a conversation with the teacher, speak out the positive and negative parts, depends on which side you are. So I think I did that pretty well. The last part was the expose. We had a chit, like key points prepared. We cannot obviously write every single thing. We had the chit points. Just saw that these are the advantages. Advantage number 1, just the 2-3 words, and after reading that word, my mind was like, okay, I know this point, and then I started speaking about it. So this is how it goes. They do not allow you to read each and every line there, because the speaking part should be spontaneous. Because if you see in future, if you visit France or maybe a French speaking country, you won't get time whenever somebody is talking to you. So I currently work and I have the conversation with the natives frequently, so I don't really have the time to wait and think about oh, what do I have to reply now. None. This part is really very important, not just to pass the exam but overall for your future job. So make sure you practice your speaking really well. So normally the speaking part you have to speak around 3 to 4 minutes, I would say, but I think I went a little overboard. I spoke a lot that the teacher had to stop me, that okay, please just stop. It's okay, it's done, because there are a lot of other people as well who are waiting for their turn. After the oral part, the production orale, we have the other three parts that we are looking forward for. The number one was the listening, that is comprehension orale, 2 to 3 audios, and you have to listen to them. The audios are played twice and you have to answer the questions. It is also again for 25 marks. You have to be very attentive while you give this part, because the audio is really fast. At B1 we are not very used to the very fast audios. It feels like the audios are on 2x when it's actually not. The next part that we move on to is the reading part, or we also call it as comprehension écrit. You have to read 2-3 passages and then you have to answer the questions accordingly. I think for the reading part you'll have to have some good vocabulary, because some of the words are just connected to the answer directly, but if you do not know that word, there's no way that you can find the answer. I think you have to work more on the vocabulary part. So the last one, and my favorite actually, it's nobody's favorite, I don't know why I like it so much. It's production écrite, or the writing part. You have to basically write the paragraph, the letter. It depends on the questions and the format. I think you get 45 minutes to write down all of this. If you're well prepared and you know what to write, how to write, the format, I think it's not that difficult. But yes, it does require a lot of practice. So all of this ends, I would say, within 2 to 3 hours. After that, you can just go home and wait for around a month to get your results, right? I don't know why, and I personally hate why they take 1 month or more than 1 month sometimes to just give out the results. I don't understand. But anyway, this was my experience of passing the DELF B1 exam. This is what actually happened on that day. If you want more details regarding the topics or maybe the formats that I use, or if you want more tips regarding learning this language and other things, you know, all that of French things that you're looking for, I will be really happy to help you with the same. So you can comment down below what kind of videos would you like. I can totally make them for you. I really hope I could help you with my experience and you feel a little better. Honestly, just don't worry, it's not that difficult. I have seen people score really well with little practice as well. So it totally depends on how much you practice. Just don't focus so much on the books. Obviously you have to read the books, but be involved with the language, listen to the language, watch movies. That's how you actually score better. You don't have to be a professional. You don't have to learn thousands of vocabulary. You can, for the DELF B1 exam, honestly, you can just speak simple lines, but it has to be correct. I had watched a lot of movies before my exam and it was quite engaging as well, and I really used to like it. Alright, I think it's enough of talking for today, and it's really hot. The phone has shut down twice because of this sunlight. I think I would see you again in the next video. Till then, merci, à bientôt.